theme, our John and Johannes did a supercalifragilisticexpialidocious routine. Let's take a look.
Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chim. A sweet is as lucky can be. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo. Good luck will rub off when I shake hands with you. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo. A sweet is as lucky can be. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chiroo. Good luck will rub off when I shake hands with you.
Give it up for John and Johannes!
Okay.
Oh, it's lovely to see you.
What just
Johannes, how is it going? You know, week 10.
I know. Lots of pressure, I think, which we've decided to just let go.
Yeah. Right.
Because it's time to really enjoy this process.
Yeah.
That's the headspace we're in.
Yeah. On Saturday after
Yeah.
the show, we were in the dressing room, weren't we? We had a little glass of bubbles, and we just said, "That's it now. We're going back to that mindset of it's me and you on the dance floor.
Yeah.
Forget it's a TV show. Forget it's a competition.
Yeah.
Just learn the steps and enjoy it."
But how easy is it to do that? Because at the end of the day, it is a competition and it is a TV show.
Well, it is, but I think that's where people trip up. Like, you get too bogged down with those facts. I mean, we knew that when we signed our contracts, we knew that was the case. But what I didn't anticipate was the amount of pleasure I would actually get from learning to dance with this beautiful man.
Yeah.
And so that is all I'm focusing on now, is our friendship, our relationship, and what we do on the dance floor and the performance.
But you still have to listen to the judges' comments and things, and they were quite critical on Saturday, weren't they? And talking about not, letting yourself go. And was that quite hard to hear?
No, I was expecting that. We were expecting that, I think, weren't we? Because that is my biggest hang-up, is that even though, I'm a bit of a show-off and I like to have a laugh with everybody, I still have those demons inside saying, you're not good enough, you're too camp, you're too gay. And that's what comes into my head just as I'm about to go on stage. Don't be too gay, don't be too camp. And so we've decided that we're just going to be who we are, aren't we?
Yeah. I think we've broken the stigma. I think we've gotten over the barrier. It's now for us to really just go for gold.
Yeah.
No more holding back.
Go for gold, does that mean going for the win?
Don't answer that, you have to speak to my lawyer first. No,
So what are you doing this weekend?
We're doing the Argentine tango, aren't we?
Yeah, and the music?
It's the 5th. It's David Garrett. Is it the 5th?
Yeah, it's the 5th.
It's the 5th by David Garrett. So it's Beethoven's 5th Symphony, but David Garrett's Rocky version. I think we've got it, haven't we? This.
Oh, amazing.
I don't know how to Argentine tango yet, but...
It's giving me goosebumps.
So I'm gonna have a I'm gonna dye my hair brown.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a complete transformation, aren't we? And then come out on Saturday night and hopefully...
And have you got a character you're going to be this week? Have you created him yet?
Well, we were Craig and Steve, weren't we, for our chimney sweep? I was Craig, he was Steve. So this week we'll have to be... Dante might come back.
Dante might come back.
Dante?
Yeah.
Dante and Angelo.
And what's all this about you potentially going to the West End?
Well, there's been a few talks.
Oh!
I can't say much, but, there are a few people who are interested in booking me. Apparently.
What, musicals?
Yeah.
Which shows I need to know?
I'll tell you later.
You tell me later and I'll tell Steph.
I'll tell you tomorrow,
Don't tell her. She can't hold her own water, this one.
Honestly, I cannot hold a secret and don't tell me.
But no, there's murmurings with my agents and stuff, and it's something I would love to do,
You'd be amazing. You'd love it
Don't you have to be able to sing, though? Can you sing?
I can sing. I can hold a tune.
He can sing.
I'm like, I can hold a tune. I'm not a great singer. I couldn't, have a leading role.
Yeah.
But I can hold a tune after a few beers.
Amazing.
You can't have beers if you're doing a show.
You ain't seen nothing yet, love.
Right, should we do the cook then?
Should we cook as well? Yeah.
So what are we making?
This is a last-minute Christmas cake, and I know we've got plenty of time till Christmas, but if you were to get into the depths of December and think, oh heck, I've not made my Christmas cake, the family will be let down. This is a great recipe because it doesn't need to be fed and rested like a traditional Christmas cake would.
Do you have to feed and rest a Christmas cake?
Oh, you do. It's more demanded than me during Strictly training, isn't it? Christmas cake. So we're going to start off with all these dried fruits. So Johannes, you can be my busty kitchen assistant, if you will.
No problem.
So in there, if you put the dried cherries, And this is all the dried fruit, and you can interchange all the different fruits. This is a selection of fruit that I like, so it's dried cherries or glacé cherries.
Yeah, I love a glacé cherry.
Do you?
Yeah.
On a bit of ice cream
divine.
Yeah.
on a Friday night, along with some currants. You know how to live, Steph, don't you? And some cranberries as well. Raisins. No, prunes, they were prunes, they're the currants. And then there's some dates as well. Yeah, you can have that last cherry. And then what you need to do is boil those. And you could use orange juice, you could use like a port or a sherry, but I like to use stout. That'll keep you going till tea time, won't it, darling?
If in doubt, get a stout.
Get a stout. So I like to use the stout.
All of it?
A can of stout, yeah. Put it all in. So it's a boiled Christmas cake. Quite traditional. Fanny Craddock made one of these, I think, back in the day.
Good old Fanny.
Good old Fanny.
Is it not going to make it a bit bitter?
No, because we're going to sweeten it with an array of wonderful ingredients. So all you do is bring that to a boil on the hob and then leave that to simmer for about 5 minutes until it goes warm and mushy.
Yeah.
Which is how we like it. So here it is, just like you. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Are you warm and mushy?
Warm and mushy, I am, yeah.
Ah, I've heard it said about, yeah. And then in with some butter. Yeah, Johannes, you give that a beat, will you, love?
Okay,
I can't be bothered. You've worked me hard enough.
Are you picking up any of John's cooking skills?
Let me tell you something. I wish, Steph. But no, I mean, I asked him to teach me after this.
We haven't had
Do you like a Christmas cake?
I love.
Do you? Because I do as well. You're not a massive fan, are you?
No.
What don't you like about it?
All of it?
Gosh.
Do you not like marzipan?
No.
Do you not?
Do you not like fruits and nuts and...
No.
No, nothing?
She likes
boring.
buttered white bread and fried egg, and that's it.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. Well,
I love a Christmas cake.
I don't hate it. I just prefer like a chocolate cake or a Victoria sponge or something like that. That's all.
How long does this last for? Once you've made it, how long will it keep for?
Oh, years. This'll outlive us. This
Right, but then
cake.
what do you... how do you store it then, correctly?
Wrapped in baking paper and in foil and in an airtight tin. Because wasn't there a story that there was like a piece of Queen Victoria's Christmas cake or wedding cake eaten years later?
Yeah.
Bit grisly, isn't it? So pour that in there now, Joe, if you will.
Is Paul still making packed lunches for you two as well?
No, he's stopped making our lunch, hasn't he?
It's been hectic.
It's
To
been
be
so
fair, you're
hectic.
10 weeks in. He probably needs a break from
I sent Paul home last week. He was back at our house last week. So I was fending for myself, wasn't I? Pour it in there.
What did you send him home for? Just for a mini break?
It's all right, it will melt eventually. He just needed a little break. He went to his mum's and his mum cooked his dinner for him, and so I had to do my own laundry, which was absolutely awful. Terrible. But no, we've not even been out for dinner yet, you and me, have we?
No.
We've been so busy because we work
Yeah.
we don't do anything on Instagram or TikTok.
Are you sick of him yet?
In with sugar.
Johannes, are you sick of John?
No.
Are you still good? You haven't got to that stage yet.
Let me tell you something. The love is stronger now, Cheto. Because I said to John, we've been having such a great time.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing.
Yeah,
We've got
it
like
is.
4 weeks left. And I just want to make sure that it's the best.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I'm an engaged man, I'll have you know. So we've put in there the butter and the sugar, and the butter melts. It's important to put the butter in while this is still a bit warm so the butter can melt.
Yeah.
And I'm going to add to that some orange and lemon zest, just for the flavour. You could just use orange, just use lemon, or you could leave it out. But, of course, Christmas cakes are punchy and full of joy and wonder. So
Before you use the zest, would you wash it?
If it's a waxed lemon or orange and it's been in a fairly grubby kitchen,
Yeah.
which I imagine in your house it would be, then you might want to rinse it.
I keep a clean ship, have you know.
I've got no doubt. And then you'd want to rinse it under warm water just to take the wax off or give it a clean. But I mean, I'm a farmer's son from Wigan. We just eat things off the floor.
Do you know what? If you win, when you win the glitter ball, if you keep this Christmas cake, it could be worth a few quid. Because, you know, honestly, Queen Victoria's Christmas cake, a slice of it went for £1,500. Did you know that?
Well, we are
the year 1840.
We are a pair of
1,500
queens,
quid.
Janice and me, but I'm not sure we're quite the dizzy levels of Queen Victoria. We might get 50 quid for it. So in with the zest, in with the egg. Do you think they ate it, though, that piece of cake? Didn't someone eat that?
Don't know, probably. You'd like to have a little nibble on the Queen's slice, wouldn't you? Just to say you've had a go.
So you go to the tower.
Well, yeah, off with her head. So in with some brandy. You could use any flavourful liquor. Some mixed spice.
It's quite a lot
There's
of booze,
so
isn't it?
much.
Yeah.
Well, that's why it's nice and moist, because it's full of joy and juice and wonder. But
It feels like there's a lot of ingredients in there.
Well, it is. I mean, Christmas cakes are lots of ingredients, you know, but often you've got all these dried fruits sitting in the back of your cupboard, haven't you? Because you buy them and then you
Steph
never
hasn't.
eat them. No, Steph's got white bread and crackers.
Yeah.
Cans of mackerel.
Wasabi peas.
Yeah, I occasionally buy some fruit.
And then in with some flour, in with some walnuts. Pecans are lovely as well in Christmas cake. And then mixed peel. You know,
It's funny because I made my Christmas cake last night, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, I made it, and then every Sunday we'll feed it now with the brandy and port.
What does that involve? Just pouring brandy and port on it?
Pretty much. So what you do, you take like a little cocktail stick and you pierce the surface of the cake, and then you just pour brandy and port inside, so it really gets sort of absorb a lovely flavour. So yeah, it's a nice little tip. That isn't that so, John, the master baker? Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. But you need to have bothered. You could have taken this one home.
Yeah, I know.
You could have saved yourself.
I'll take that one too. Okay.
Have that one too. So that once you've mixed all the ingredients together, it's as simple as that. It's basically a one bowl, one pan kind of cake. And then once you've done that, it comes out looking fairly bland. It's, not the prettiest cake. But then what I do is I glaze that with, passes that brandy there, Joe, thank you. A little bit of apricot jam, ideally, but I don't have any in the cupboard. Just passes that piece of marzipan, would you, Joe?
There.
That one.
Have you made the marzipan?
Have I? I've got a life, Steph. I've got a life, love. So on with the marzipan, and then put a little bit of brandy or vodka on that, just because it evaporates more quickly than water.
Does the marzipan come in
much
a sheet
alcohol.
like that, or do you have to, like, roll it out?
You can buy it ready rolled.
Right.
But Johannes rolled this out for me earlier.
Oh, did you?
Love?
Oh.
And then on with a piece.
Did you do the samba roll?
Bond. Right. And then you finish that with however you want to decorate it.
Yeah.
So-
How do you get that nice bit round the edge?
Oh, crimp it.
Yeah.
Just give it your finger and a thumb. So take your thumb and finger like that, and then just crimp it like that. So you push it in. It's the same that you do with a pasty or a pie. Just a basic crimp.
That's why I love Denise. She asks so many questions.
hold that.
It's great.
I like
knows
to
how
know.
You know how to fill time, don't you,
It's
love?
great.
And then I'm going to give you all a wedge of cake if you'd like one. Do you all want one?
Yeah.
Definitely, please.
All right. Joe, do you want one as well?
Please.
OK. So I'll give
Oh, it
that one
looks
for
really
you.
good.
Johannes, question for you. How
Amazing,
much training are
thank
you
you.
doing per day? Hours? I mean, how long are you training for, guys, two of you?
Well, I have been asking him to come from like 9 o'clock in the morning until 7 o'clock sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah. so
Sometimes
it dep-
later.
So it's a lot of training, obviously.
It is a lot of hours.
Thank
it
you very
is.
much.
But we enjoy it, don't
I
we?
actually like this.
This is
Do you?
really
Yeah,
nice.
weirdly. This is really nice.
You're a new
Lovely.
woman these days.
Do you know what it is? It's not too heavy.
Yeah.
It's quite light.
It's lovely, that.
Yeah. I think I'll have a piece as well.
Yeah, it's really nice.
And of course, the recipe's going to be on our Instagram, as all the recipes are. But it's dead easy and dead simple, and it will last. If you make it now, it will last till Christmas.
That's why I rate John. He's got these lovely recipes that are always very tasty, but they're always easy to follow. And that's not me giving you a big one, but it's the truth. I'm very impressed.
Can I have that in writing, please?
That was really nice of you, Freddie.
What, are you trying to say I'm not nice normally?
Wow.
Oh, my God. That is so good.
Yeah, it's really nice.
I am good.
Delicious. You're so good.
Honestly, you've converted me. I'll happily take the rest of that home.
No, you won't. I'm taking it home.